mention this week if he's interested.
Einen schönen Tag im Bundesbürgeroberfest.
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep
Coming. What's the plan? Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys look too easy. Target was not struck. Go to missile evade. Evade! Makeshift missile grenade.
Ammunition 0. Missile.
This is Golem 3. Golem 2's hit. Golem 2, what's your status?
Missile.
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Missile away. You won't last long at this rate.
Missile.
Golem 4, stay aware of your surroundings. Bandit on your tail.
What's really exciting about this story is that we're going to see it from the point of view of a character like Aiden. So we're going to see it from this Imperial point of view.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear!
All wings. We're coming up on the Star Destroyer, but we need to clear that escort. Let's give him everything we got.
Here are next assignments. They are...
So there will be a point in the near future where there are two curves we're going to cross, and they will become more intelligent than we are. And what if, beyond this point, they will start to feel emotion and start to want rights? How will we react? What will we do about it? And that's a very interesting question, and it's fascinating to me, especially because I think this is going to happen. It's not sci-fi. The question is only, is it going to be 20 years from now, 40 years from now? I don't know. But there will be a point in the near future where this is going to be the case.
Now, David, I know you spent a lot of time on the script. I think it totally shows just in the little pieces that we've been able to see. How, from a writing perspective, did you go about writing all the different replayabilities? Because based on different choices you make, the game changes over and over and over again. I can't imagine how long that script was and all of like the, you know, option B, option C.
I have the same question.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm writing this kind of scripts for nearly 20 years, so I have some experience, but I must confess that Detroit's been by far the most complex script I've ever written. And it took me 2 years, which is quite unusual for me. It's a very long period of time. Final script is about 2,000 pages. It's really huge. Simple is to have a little girl because suddenly it becomes very interesting. She becomes very vulnerable, and her feet don't touch the ground. He holds it like her like this, and there was a cable on set, so he could hold her with one arm.
Oh my God.
So the little girl who shot this was 9 years old, I think. On set, and she enjoyed that a lot because between each take we had to swing her.
You Boomer for the first time, you find yourself in the world, you know that this cult has taken over the space. You're kind of trapped behind cult lines, and what you have to do is basically find people out in the world and build this resistance, and it can start with Boomer the dog or any other person that you meet.
I mean, you have to start with the dog.
Of course.
Is there any other option?
Right.
Man's best friend.
Exactly. Well, we were actually in Montana, and we were hunting, and there was it was kind of the end of the day, and it was getting cold. And you author, right? Gone are the days of the linear story. What we want to be able to make it is that you can go in any direction, meet any character, and be able to imbibe in the action bubbles that you want to do. So for sure, it's completely friendly.
Good. Well, he asked a good question then.
That's great.
Go ahead.
What's your next one?
Philippe wants to know, is the wingsuit back?
They're going to get in vehicles, they're going to act like normal people, they're going to get the hell out of there, and then Boomer's going to step in. Now reinforcements have showed up. So now you got to think about, all right, how do I spin that plate a little differently? How do I get it so all those guys that showed up in that cult vehicle, maybe you can send Boomer in and basically try and take some of those guys out.
If you had pulled your parachute in that very short jump, would anything bad happen? Okay. Maybe we'll try it next time. Oh, jeez. Perfect. Except for all the smoke.
Yeah.
We can't see.
Go,
Boomer!
Take him down.
Good
Nice.
old reliable Boomer.
Yep.
It seems like if you name your dog Boomer, you're kind of setting the animal up for a certain type.
Maybe not. But Harvey killed someone very close to me. With or without you, I'm going after him.
Let me show you some of the scenarios in the game. On the right side, you see Leo, who's already in prison. On the left, you see Vincent, who just arrived. Now if you look to the right again, you can see that Leo can be controlled, while Vincent is in a cutscene. Here is another one. Vincent and Leo are now in the laundry room. Your goal is to smuggle sheets using a laundry cart. You can approach the scenario in different ways. Either get the cart with Vincent.
You know, I got a good pack right here. I think it's got your name on it. It's broken. I don't know.
Or with Leo.
Get over here, you idiot! Yeah, but I think those two guys are just about to fight. What the? What? Who's him?
In A Way Out, you will experience something new all the time. Everything you do in the game is unique for that scene. We want you and your friend to be focused and engaged throughout the entire story. But let me tell you, this is just the beginning of what you will be experiencing in A Way Out.
Give me a gun! Get him! Run, run, run! Relax, man, I got this.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats your heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So we must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
Super high resolution assets, we've recreated the intense feel of one of the greatest driving roads in the world, the Hafit Mountain Pass. But in Forza Motorsport 7, we've reimagined the entire racing experience on all devices. Racing is more immersive and dynamic. Ominous skies roll in as car parts rattle and vibrate. We've made racing more epic and grand. Race through living environments featuring spectacular vistas and massive scale. You can see we've made racing more dynamic and surprising. Dynamic puddles grow as the storm unleashes its fury. It's more thrilling and competitive. Feel the intense heat grease up your tires as you battle your rivals. And it's more beautiful and alive. Dark skies open up and change as the sun emerges from the clouds for a breathtaking finish. Racing is
Yeah, I got it on the weekend. You lead the way, I'll follow.
This is a vast open world you explore with your friends. Each Javelin exosuit has its own unique playstyle.
Hang in there. Almost there. Have you been in there yet?
I haven't.
Attack anyone in the area. We're under attack.
I think that's part of Praxley's mission.
You can equip your Javelin exosuit with gear that brings devastating power to combat.
Oh, there are a lot of scars down there. Oh, the scars have a heavy.
I have time to use that mortar.
Had in fact in Beyond Good and Evil 1 when the characters were getting out of the overcraft. So here we have that monkey, which is my playable main character here, but of course you long, and the other one, the mothership, is about 400 meters long. I'm going to go close to it so that you can see the size. So when we have large spaceships like that, the good thing, the interesting thing is that they are a real level of gameplay. You can go inside. We have interiors for those big. Something interesting about the scale and the feeling of scale. So I'm going to land on the top of the statue, and you will realize how big it is. So Here we have a wonderful vista. No shit or things like that. You can really appreciate the point of view wherever you are. It will be the same mechanics. So that was one of the big features we wanted to make sure that we had before showing the game to the public, to everybody, so that we wanted to make sure that the technology was working and this big ambitious game was feasible.
Can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow.
Now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. Such miserable luck, to die by the sword you helped forge.
Sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
Tell me, boy, who are you? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who burned it to the ground?
That's him. That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
I'm sure we're all agreed that all this unrest must come to an end.
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
It's complicated. Turns out Martin Lee is running the demons.
The guy who runs the homeless shelter?
Like I said, complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, let me got this.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Too close.
By Live, Motor Nation's #1 sponsor and event organizer. So this is where your story begins. Your goal? To become the greatest champion of all motorsports. But for now, let's stay focused all the way up to the finish line.
We kick it up a notch for the grand finale.
Now that you can fly across America, the Crew 2 is built to allow you to see all the way up to the horizon. This is one of the many technical feats our team had to achieve in order to offer a game experience that would perfectly fit the new vehicle types. This raises the game's exciting potential for exploration even more. Here, you're embracing the city skyline. But now, imagine flying over the Rockies, buzzing the ground in the Grand Canyon, piercing the clouds, or just admiring the city.
The sacred oasis.
I thought he was dead. Our Medjay, the last protector, our treasure and faith. Siwa has not been the same since then. I hope you are here to rid us of Medina Moon.
Be my eyes, Senu. This temple resembles a fortress. What has happened?
Get out of my way.
You will die, Medunamun.
Die, you bastard! Going to kill you for that. See what is mine.
Finally.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over. There he is. Still alive. How the hell am I? Oh yeah. Come and get it. Dinner time. Drop him! Now! Or I'll kill him!
Do it. I'm not here for him. I'm here for you. Oh, God. Deke. Hi, Manny. Hey.
IP, which means when you speak into your microphone, your voice is going to be coming out of your character's mouth will move and everything accordingly. With this, we actually created karaoke bars where you can go and sing and just have a fun time with friends. And if karaoke is not really your thing, we have other fun stuff like cinemas. The cinemas are actually playing real movies. You can walk in, sit down with friends, and watch an actual movie play start to end. It's not just for decoration, although some is. For example, a sofa or a chair can be sat in. Television, you can actually watch streaming gameplay of other people playing Identity at any given time. If you have a radio, you can turn that on, listen to streaming radio, real internet radio stations. Closets can be used to store any sort of clothing that you bought earlier and are not using at that given time. You can take out food out of a refrigerator or your cupboards, for example, or even use your bed to rest. The list goes on, and the point is that a lot of this stuff that you have in your house isn't just... For example, you're going to be able to arrest other players who are breaking the law. You can tase them if you have to subdue them without killing them. You even have your own special vehicles with police radar, sirens, searchlights, and the list goes on.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult.
Wait here. I will handle this.
Wow, that was something, that fight.
On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creature. To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering.
Cold? You're getting warm, warmer. Warm. Warmer. Burns. Bingo. And now come closer and listen carefully. I want you to call up a hooker. Why, are you afraid the neighbors will notice? Make her pretend she's a salesperson. Tell her that's your thing. That's not the point. You're not going to have it anyway. You don't know that. That's what it's all about. There are no saints. Everyone is guilty in some way. Do I really have to state the obvious? Here's the plan. When the girl arrives, you lock up in the toilet. Tell the girl to brush her teeth in the bathroom. There's a toothbrush in the bathroom. Its head is filled with an explosive charge. Not a big one, but put it in your mouth and it will work like boom! Call up the hooker.
What time do you like to schedule? The travel cost is €50. You want the girl for 1 hour? The price is €150. You'll have to pay in advance. What time would you like her to arrive? Got it. Have fun.
Our goal right now is to use the Ring of Power and recruit this Olog, Groot the Chopper, to expand our army. Then, we're going to assault a fortress controlled by one of Sauron's overlords.
Reckon you're going to skewer me? That little sword's good for a tickle, maybe, but you're gonna need more than that to take me down. Nice one, Ranger. Bright Lord, Dark Lord, same thing really. End result's me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
A fine addition to our army.
Name's Bruce. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my enemies. They will all follow eventually.
You want to plant your flag in Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a two-headed troll big as a mountain and deadly smart. Which, well, I guess he'd have to be given the two heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
I'm not going to do this alone. Gather your troops.
Will do. Oh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?